All right, guys, it officially happened. Bitcoin has broke down below $90,000, but is this the bottom or is it just a flash crash and we're going to be headed to the upside again? Well, as I've been talking about in a lot of my previous videos, I wasn't really worried unless we broke down about $90,000 because that was where we were in danger of putting in a lower low. Well, as you can see here on the daily chart, it looks like we may have put in a possible double top here, which is a obviously bearish sign and it could send us down a little bit lower. A lot of people were saying to buy the dip here, but honestly, there's not really any support underneath us until we get down to maybe this 200-day moving average, which is at about $81,000. But if that doesn't hold us up, then we could come back down here to the mid $70,000 range, with our first level of support being at just about $74,000. That doesn't mean that that's going to catch us, unfortunately, and we could come all the way back here down to the bottom of this range, all the way back down at about $52,000. I don't really think that's going to happen, though, unless it is the end of the bull market. And if we go over here and look at the Bitcoin production cost, you can see that we're pretty close to bouncing off of the production cost at about $84,400. Wow, my desk's trying to run away from me. Anyway, but it could send us all the way back down here to the electrical cost, which is at about $59,900. And unfortunately, as you can see, if the price goes down, the electrical cost does as well. So with the electrical cost being at about $60,000, if we were to head all the way down there right now, I think maybe the electrical cost could come down as low as $50,000. But honestly, I think that would probably be the bottom for us. And like I said, that's only if this is the bear market. And what's leading me to that conclusion is that if it's the bear market, we've obviously seen some diminishing returns here, and we're probably going to be seeing diminishing rejections or downturns as well also. I don't really think this is the end of the bull market, but I definitely think that it is probably going to come down at least to this 200-day moving average. And unless we break down below that, then technically I guess we're still in a bull market. And this is probably just a healthy correction or a great buying opportunity before the bull market continues. Because if we follow the 4-year cycles, then it looks like the bull market should end somewhere around like October or something. If we go and look at how long it took us to get from the very bottom to the very top of the previous couple of bull markets, and if you go back and look at this bull market from 2017, then you can see that it took about 1,068 days to complete from the very bottom to the very top. And if you look at this previous bull market from 2020 to 2021, you can see that that one took about 1,058 days. Now, if we measure from the very bottom of this previous bear market and we extend that out to about 1,060 days, then you can see that the bull market should end right here around this green line, which is October 18th. If this 4-year cycle does actually turn out to be around 1,068 days, which we don't have very many cycles to go off of, but I guess that's the average, then it looks like this bull market is probably going to continue for about 8 more months. And honestly, I think we have plenty of time to have a healthy correction here before finding some support and continuing to the upside, making some new all-time highs here, hopefully in the next few months. But for now, in the next month or two, it might be a little bit boring, honestly, and I'm not really expecting us to see some kind of a bounce straight back to all-time highs. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we just trade sideways here for a little while, or maybe even head a little bit lower, down maybe to the mid $70,000 range before actually finding a floor and seeing a bunch of hopefully good legislation actually get put through, which is really the catalyst that we're looking for to bring attention back to the space and send us back to the upside. As you can see, the fear and greed index is all the way down here at 21, which is extreme fear, and that's a stark contrast to where we were at last month, which is 71. And honestly, it's been an extreme greed for the past few months, so it's probably good that we're seeing this cool off. And any time that the fear and greed index gets down into extreme fear, in my opinion, that just represents a great buying opportunity. So in my opinion, this is really nothing to worry about. It's probably just a healthy sell-off. And as I've said in the past, this is just an attention game, so we're waiting for the attention to come back into crypto. Plus, it looks like a lot of longs were just being flushed out, probably in relation to the Bybit hack, which actually apparently didn't have the ability to dump over the weekend because institutional investors aren't really doing business on the weekends. And then on Monday, they all came back in and started to panic. So I guess they thought it was probably a good time to flush some people out. Also, we've got a lot of really great big catalysts that are coming up that are just going to take some time to take effect, like a pro crypto SEC coming in and many other cabinet members that are going to be pro cryptocurrency. Not to mention, the Ukraine war is probably going to be ending soon. We might have X payments coming, hopefully, by the end of the year. And Donald Trump still says that he's going to be making America the crypto capital of the world. So, like I've said, it's going to take a little bit of time for all of this stuff to come into effect, but there's a lot of bullish stuff coming down the pipeline, so I really don't think this bull market is over. And honestly, I just wish I had a little extra money to buy this dip. But you guys let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Is this the end of the bull market, or is this just a healthy sell off and a great buying opportunity? Either way, thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. But most importantly, don't forget to do only good every day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.